You are welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news today, they delegated me to fight Peter Obi, then blocked me. Who said this? Joe Ajaero opens up at the Ratawu NLC meeting. In a tense interview on Symphony, Joe Ajaero, president of the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC, recounted his past encounter with a man named Magic, who he said conspired with others to stop him from confronting PB as governor. He described himself as Magic's first victim and warned against repeating such political interference, commending the union's president for his composure during recent crises. Ajaero urged the leadership to build a more robust secretariat to match its large membership. He emphasized the importance of unionizing private radio and TV stations across Nigeria, stating that unions die when they stop organizing. Ajaero criticized the media's silence on their own welfare, especially non-payment of salaries and failure to implement the minimum wage. Drawing from his media background, he recalled leading actions against unjust employers. He strongly condemned growing interference by security agencies in union matters, calling it unconstitutional and contrary to ILO conventions. Despite challenges, he praised officers who upheld the union's constitution. He assured full NLC support, promising media synergy and backing for a non-union-owned station. He ended with congratulations and a call for unity and sustained victory in the workers' struggle. Here is the NLC president speaking at the Ratawu NLC meeting, and he began to speak on unionism and also the activity of some people as regards pitching him against the governorship of Peter Obi then. But the point he's trying to make is in some fold, number one, the welfare of the union members or Nigerian workers, especially he narrowed it down to the media houses who happens to have staffs that oftentimes they are not well remunerated and the job with its own hazards. They go to war zones, they go to dangerous situations, places to, get information, harness news, and send it even to the world for the world to see. And because of those kind of dangerous assignment that these people engage in on a daily basis, I think the onus lie on their employers to pay them, pretty well. But that is not the case in Nigeria. It's like a journalism as it were is not really raking in good money, even for those who are the practitioners. I'm not saying the CEOs or the chairman or the entrepreneur, but it's talking about those who happen to be the active worker, the payee worker there. And his own belief is that they should be well remunerated. So he pinpointed the fact that these private stations are supposed to also, enforce and implement minimum wage, which is very important. If these people are working in a private establishment and their counterparts in a public, service are now being paid a minimum wage, what's the difference? Why can't they also be paid a minimum wage? Not as much that it's even a private enterprise. So George Ajaero was of the opinion that the unions should come together and they should not allow anybody to use them for undue interference and pitch them against wrong individuals, even to do what ought not to be. And he recounted an experience that he had with somebody before who, they've agreed that you should go and confront a Peter Obi, let's say in the morning. Then later in the day, they asked him not to do so, to stay. He mentioned the person named Magic and began to say yes, he was once a victim of that person. But when he realized that situation, of course, once beaten, twice shy, he wouldn't allow himself even to, fall for the tricks or the antics of the so-called Mr. Magic again. Now, the NLC president is concerned about the welfare of Nigerian workers, whether in the public sector or in the private sector. In fact, in this regard, He is referring to the media houses who are in the private station. And truly speaking, it is essential for workers to be well remunerated, especially at this time of economic hardship that Nigerians are battling and grappling with fuel subsidy removal, and also the issue of naira devaluation, including gradual removal of subsidy from the energy sector too, and from power especially, meaning that almost everything will be paid for by Nigerians now. And also, if that is the situation, the workers in the private media houses supposed to have a take-home pay that can really take them home, not the one that will take them halfway by the reason of transportation. There is no feeding there is no clothing there, no shelter there. Even the family and an African sector that has extended families that you wish to take care of. So it's important that at the private sector level, I think they need to increase the noise and do more advocacy as regards this, so that those who are working in all those private sectors will be, well remunerated, because they are the ones even suffering more. If you look at, for example, some of all our filling stations where we have fuel attendants, what is being paid to those fuel attendants is nothing to write home about. And we now begin to have a situation whereby you say an attendant is stealing your fuel, is only blowing air into the tanker and all tank of the vehicle. And we have a lot of things, but these people must survive. And then we also want to call corruption and stem it down, while the people who are supposed to, help us in regards to this situation are being, shortchanged. If they are on hunger, there is no way they will see money that they will not be tempted. That's just the reality. But be it as it may, Nigeria private sector really, really need to look into the matter. And like you said, the organized labor can champion this cause and continue to engage from time to time in order to make sure that these things are properly done. And Joe Ajaero also commented on the fact that the leadership need to build a robust secretariat to manage its large membership. Of course, they will continue to grow, and that's just the reality. And and for sure, they will need to have a good base in order to have a general conclusion and then do the necessary things. He strongly condemned the growing interference by security agencies too, those who are used by the government to stop protests and the action of unions, that these things are unconstitutional. And I think our police officers need to be civil in this regard, to allow people to have a peaceful protest, but not to take over government and then let them make their statement and then go away. To the large extent, that one will make Nigeria a better place. Keep liking our channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you give us your thumbs up and please share. Thank you.